Hello everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everybody for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's listening right now in the podcast. Today is Friday, October 11, 2024. I had to come here and make this video, guys. There's a lot happening, and here we are once again with a new technology upgrade that we as humans here on Earth are receiving that will be available in the market by the end of next year. But before I continue, guys, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who follows me on Spotify. Thank you to the everybody who's listening on the Pandora app, and also, of course, thank you so much everybody who's watching this video on YouTube, and thank you for subscribing. So, like I said, you guys, I've been coming here making you videos about everything that's happening lately. And I'm laughing because we are so close to the second coming of Christ. I'm going to repeat myself. Do not play around with sin these days. Do not play around with sin. There's a lot of people who want to say, this has to be built before Jesus returns and all of that. Yes, but the Bible says not even the angels in heaven know when Jesus is gonna come back. Is going to return. Excuse me. So I'm going to speak to you guys about the new rebuild that happened today, Friday, October 11, 2024. Elon Musk, a prominent figure in the last days. I'm just going to call him that because this man is using all of his resources to do a lot and to influence, to do a lot and to advance all of this technology, right? So Elon Musk claimed this week that tells us humanoid robots will be the biggest product of any kind. Okay, so they revealed today he actually revealed a new car, a new Tesla model, and the new robots that are gonna be available for people to purchase, right? And let me just tell you this because I just see something else with this whole thing, okay? And people, because of the love of technology, and don't get me wrong, I love learning new things. I like to see upgrades and things like that, and what's coming up next, and all of that stuff. Nothing, I'm not against technology, obviously not, right? I'm doing here this content for digital media, but what I'm saying is when it comes to the robots that he revealed, I'm going to give you the details, I feel like this is the beginning of replacement. If you think factories use robots and to do a lot of the work that is being done these days and how so many people are losing their jobs because of that, because everything is about, expediting the production of any company, right? Everything is needed ASAP, right? Sometimes people forget about quality. We just need it as soon as possible, and that's basically what matters, right? And the human body gets tired, right? And so using machines and big computers to expedite the process has been, operating for years, obviously. But when it comes to this is taking that whole replacement thing to a whole nother level. And this is where my concern is regarding jobs, right? So are we just going to sit and watch the robot do everything for us now? Right? So something to keep in mind, okay? So the walking, talking Optimus robot stole the show on Thursday night at an event in Los Angeles to reveal the company's cyber car, a self-driving taxi, okay? So that's what Elon Musk did, right? They revealed this new car, a self-driving taxi, and within that event, he had the robots come out and basically, do their thing, okay, be available for the audience to see. They nearly, listen to this, 6-foot tall robots dance on stage, okay, serve up fruit cocktails and play rock, paper, scissors with the audience. Elon Musk said the robots can basically do anything you want. that's like a big alert, you guys. Okay? There's something with this that you have to pay attention to everything that's happening. Don't let this creep in, okay? It's like that. Speaking of things creeping in and being the year of exposure, the TD banks being, been basically discovered that they've been using money for something else, right? And a huge bank like that, right? And now it's being investigated and all of that. But that's a separate topic. But these robots, right? 6 foot tall robots that can talk to you. And, he said, the creator, right? The creator of the robot said that they can do basically anything you want them to do. Let me continue to read, right? So he said, like mowing your lawn, cleaning the kitchen after dinner, babysitting your kids, or just being a friend. I just read to you guys a couple words, and that's counting like what the robots can do. Mow your lawn, that's somebody's job right there. Somebody who earns money to do that for you. They can mow your lawn, clean your kitchen. There are people who their own business is just cleaning houses, right? And babysitting, right? We know babysitting is huge this day. Daycare is huge, okay? And that's taking somebody's job right there. This whole replacement of humans is almost like are we just gonna sit and watch them do their thing? God created the earth for us, okay? And God created the earth for us. And it's not that I'm taking it too far and I'm thinking too far ahead, but I'm thinking that this is already at the door, okay? Something that a couple years ago we thought it would be kind of like, oh, there's no way they're going to let self-driving cars around. It's already happening already, right? In LA, I know they have those self-driving cars that take taxis too, and buses that take people places. So sometimes, I feel like this acceleration, you can feel it. There's an acceleration happening, okay? And now this reveal of these robots, right, and how well they're being received is like, here's the thing. We can enjoy technology to an extent, okay? At the end of the day, right, all of this machinery also needs human programming to operate correctly. And all of this machinery needs some type of power to be connected, to have some type of, connectivity, I guess you can say. But just as I read to you guys that this man is saying these robots can mow your lawn, take care of your kids, right? Clean your house. Those are like basic human needs that people are looking to have. But the thing that people are forgetting about all of this is that when because this is going to be available for people to purchase. We're not that far away from people saying, "Oh yeah, you want to stay? Wait for me in my house. You're going to be there with my robot. He's just, don't be alarmed. I have a robot, okay?" Like this is replacing people's jobs, okay? And this, like, what are they going to do with us, right? And you think the creator of the universe is just going to let this happen? He created the earth for us. He said, go and multiply and fill the earth. And Elon Musk is creating these robots that are basically going to say, oh, we don't need a human to clean, right? But this whole idea that everything will be more easier for you, right? Because everybody's so busy. Nobody wants, you can pay for this robot one time, right? And you can have, you will forget about paying so high prices for daycare. You don't even have to worry about somebody coming to clean, right? Because you're going to have this robot in your house doing that for you. And he's saying it can do so many things, right? What else can they do? Can they actually harm your kids? can they harm you when you're sleeping at night? Like, are you serious? Like, this is like something that is so well received right now, but I think people are missing something here. Um, and like I said, this is not like, oh, it's gonna happen in the year. It's coming to you in the year 2050. This is gonna be available for people to purchase within months. Okay, that's why it's being presented now, because it's not they're not brainstorming this. This is already a thing. Okay, it's just a matter of time for it. He's saying by the end of this next year it will be available, but they can expedite the process. Anything can happen. Oh yeah, we got all the laws approved, so now we're rolling it in, right? And if they can clean the kitchen, and if these robots can cut the lawn, and these robots can babysit, where do you think they're gonna use it also besides regular household? They might use it at hospitals, right? We know these days that this self-checkout thing that took over maybe 10 years ago it began, and now that's all you see. Like, you can barely find people to help you these days. Um, Nursing homes, right? Maybe having a robot just going by and, going back and reporting, maybe carrying a camera so that they can, report back to an actual human if they're needed overnight. Maybe all of that is just taking jobs away from human too, for people to go work and put food on their table. So what is the end game here? What is the main plan with this, right? And people can be like, well, nobody will be able to afford, because here's the thing: people don't like to look at the whole picture. They just want to look, oh my goodness, let's look at a robot, it's so cool. Like, you have to think. People might say, oh, that's only for rich people who can afford to buy the robot. I'm going to tell you the price right now that they're talking about it. But if you have a hospital who's or a nursing home, let's just say, or even a doctor's office, right? A robot that can take your vitals, like, get ready for that. That's crazy, okay? You have all these medical places that can be like, of we can cut the price of personnel and just buy this one-time investment in these robots, and we don't even need to have people here that much. And they don't, robots, they don't need to get paid. You just pay for them once they're your property, and that's it, right? So what are people gonna do? Are we gonna beg robots for them to pay for our meals now? You have to look at the big picture. Like I said, you guys, the crazy thing about this is that this is not coming in the year 2050. This is coming within months. It's going to be available not just for the rich people. Like I said, you can have a big corporation who's doing pretty good, who they can be like, you know what? Forget having cashiers. Forget about having people serve you the food. Now I seen it. Even delivery, right? They have this little operating machine cart that delivers the food, and you see it going on the street. I mean, I never seen one, but you see the videos them going on the streets, and then you see you see the little cart with the trays and the food. Restaurants that do this, instead of having a waiter, right? They have the food just going to the right table, and people can just grab it, right? Self-serving thing. And it's just crazy, and that's something that we should be paying attention to. Okay, so let me continue. So they can do all of that, like I said: mow the lawn, cleaning the kitchen, babysitting your kids, and or just being your friend, right? How many people, you can be like, oh yeah, my grandmother lives by herself, like in like another state, but I got her a robot, so she's not lonely. Like, that is terrifying. I'm sorry that I'm laughing. That is just crazy, right? And he said, they will cost between 20,000 to 30,000 in the long term. Okay, that's how much they're gonna cost. So watch them be like, watch them get they'll be like, oh, you, if you cannot afford the whole thing, you can make it installment payments, right? That's the thing. That's the thing that people use these days. Installments. What is it called? Affirm and afterpay or something like that. That is called. Okay, so let me continue and give you more details. Excuse me. So it says here that Elon Musk was quiet about the timing on Thursday, but early this year, he said Tesla may be able to sell the humanoid robots by the end of 2025, like I told you. Nevertheless, excuse me, experts disagree over whether Elon Musk will be able to overcome many of the robot skins in just a few years. The CEO, Dev Nack, CEO of CurryPal, a support automation company that uses artificial intelligence, said it will be likely be 5 or more years before consumers will see them in their homes, right? They're saying it might be up to 5 more years before consumers can have their robots in their house. The robot still faces challenges in areas like walking steadily or uneven terrain, lasting all day or on a single battery charge, right? Like I said, all of this technology is great until you need to recharge it and you need to plug it back in, right? So who's gonna do that, right? If you want to leave your kids alone but you forgot to charge your robot, like what's gonna happen with that, right? Of safely navigating around people and pets. There, he's like, he's being like too early about it? They still need to be. They're still having challenging, right? Listen to this. The robots, as of right now, 2024 October, these robots are still having challenges safely navigating around people and pets. It told me a problem that I might be seeing, they saying. Well, that makes sense, right? Because I mean, there's at the end of the day, there's still a machine, right? It's not like a car that people drive and they maneuver around people and pets, right? So you don't hit anybody or you don't go over a dog or something. But when you have a robot, basically, if you miss a program or an upgrade on it, right, it might do crazy stuff. That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna see. Let me see. The robots will be likely be first made available to billionaires and other high-status individuals within 5 years, but that will take about a decade for a full retail rollout. That's what they're saying, but Elon Musk, he's saying they might make it available by the end of this next year. On the other hand, an analyst named Dan Ives spoke about the robots for more than an hour Thursday night in Hollywood. It says he's nearly optimistic as Elon Musk, excuse me. He expects the robots to be in the household by the year 2027. Okay, it says here, what Tesla unveiled last night was jaw-dropping. I believe it was a historical event. The robots were far more advanced than techies had expected when Elon Musk introduced the Tesla robot in 2021. A man who danced on stage with a robot suit and displayed a prototype in 2022 that needed to be held by hand. So they're saying, they saw some type of prototype in the year 2021 and 2022, but this is like the full-on thing that it was presented to them on Thursday. So yeah, here we are, you guys. I mean, the thing with this, they're saying that, we still have to do so much programming. We have to make sure that they maneuver safely around um kids and animals and all of that stuff. And they say they're gonna make it available first for billionaires, right? But the cost for people to have it in their house, or regular people, will be about $30,000, right? So here's the thing about the timing, because this is already like they already have a full developed um prototype, I guess you can say, the first maybe the fifth prototype, I guess, the full on final version of it. It might need more safety upgrades and all of that. I feel like, if they're presenting it now, that means it's coming sooner than they're saying it, right? Because it could be just, money will make it. If somebody's like, you might have money will make this thing move faster. If he's saying that the target audience right now for this will be billionaires, and a billionaire could be like an older person who'll be like, I couldn't wait for this to be created. Here's like the money that you need to advance whatever testing you need to do. Like Elon Musk needs money at all, but you know that's what I'm saying. If the demand becomes so high for these robots, they're not gonna wait 5 more years to roll it out, or they're not gonna wait longer than that. They're gonna make it available as soon as possible, right? Because money will make this thing flow sooner than any, and the high demand for it, obviously, too. So it's just crazy to me because even though, like I told you guys, I like technology and all of that, there's something about these robots replacing all these things that human can do that is crossing like a fine line regarding the creation, God's creation and the reason why God created us, right? It's crossing that fine line. It's getting very dangerous, okay? So I just, I don't know. I just feel like this is just pushing the bar a little too much regarding um the creation that God created this earth for the humans, right? And they're replacing these robots will come and replace so much. So let me know what you guys think about this. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's listening in the podcast. Have a good day. God bless.